What is up, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. In today's video, we're going to be doing a transmission and rear differential change on the VR-4 project. This has been one of the most important things that we've had to do since we got the car. It has a bad second gear synchro. So today I have the help of Noah's dad, Josh, and we are going to be taking everything apart and putting the JDM 6-speed transmission and the 5-speed rear differential. It's really the correct setup you need. Without further ado, it looks like he's already getting started. Let's go. So one of the first things we're doing besides taking off the wheel is removing the cotter pin and the axle nut here. Because this car is all-wheel drive, we have to remove the axles into the transmission. Got both of the axles removed from the hubs, and I believe the next thing we're going to be doing is basically unbolting this exhaust section, because all of this is going to be removed. We're gonna have to take off this brace here. Definitely a little bit greasy under here, but we'll get a closer look once all that stuff's removed. We got the transfer case out, and the drive shaft is now disconnected.
A few minutes later.
All right, so making a lot of progress here. The exhaust is dropped, the drive shaft is now out. Attacking two birds at the same time now, the rear diff, and then we'll get back over to the transmission and start removing some of the rest of the bolts here.
That smells good.
Okay, so taking a little bit of a break from the VR-4 right now, I need to go out to AutoZone to get some new cotter pins for the axles, as well as getting gear oil for the differential. So I know I'm gonna be missing a bunch of stuff that Josh is doing right now, but unfortunately I gotta get on the road. As soon as I come back, take the old trans off, put the new one on, put everything back together, and then it's a long way to get everything buttoned back up again. So without further ado, let's get on the road. So just getting back to the shop now, got all the gear oil and some Simple Green and the cotter pins. Now, one thing I wanted to clear up, just so you guys know, Josh is Noah's dad. Noah, you guys have seen his FD, I'm sure. And Josh was actually one of the top techs on VR-4s back in the late 90s. So he is so familiar with these cars, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, down to like the specific socket size, he knows almost everything by heart. It's a great opportunity to learn from him, and you know, if someone knows exactly what they're doing, there's a lot of tips and tricks that if we were to try this on our own, we would be able to figure it out, but there's so many little tips and tricks that he's learned across the years that has made this process go so much smoother. So super thankful that Josh helped us out today. I can't wait to get this thing back on the road and running. So let me get inside, let me go lend him a hand, and I think I'm gonna order some pizza. All right, we are back. Josh is making a ton of progress. Just a couple more bolts, and then we're gonna be dropping the transmission out through the bottom. Now, this is pretty heavy, so we're gonna be using the floor jack with a piece of wood and just slowly backing this out. And we'll check back in with you when the old transmission's on the ground, and we'll start removing the clutch and flywheel. So, spent some time working on the new transmission here. We just put a new throwout bearing, greased everything up, and clean everything down with brake cleaner inside here. Did wipe off the transfer case as well, though it is not the prettiest thing, but everything should be good there. I think this is more or less ready to go as soon as the old transmission's out. Now that we got the transmission off, we're going to be pulling off the clutch and the pressure plate and the clutch disc out of here, replacing it with the competition clutch we have. We're going to be inspecting the flywheel and seeing what the condition is as well.
Just a few hot spots there. Looks pretty good though for an all-wheel drive. It looks fucking good there. Excuse my language.
This is the new spec clutch here. This is just a stage 1 and organic disc. Just spent a second cleaning all this stuff off with the brake parts cleaner, and I think we're ready to pop this in with the new alignment tool as well. Alright, just checking in after about 2 hours. We finally got the transmission in. That was definitely a bear, but we got it in. Just word of advice. If you're gonna do this job, get a transmission jack, but do not get the one from Harbor Freight. Literally the first time we use this thing, it is pissing oil all over the floor and it died halfway through. So that was part of the struggle that we had. Overall, there really isn't a lot of room and it's a super tight squeeze, but thankfully I had Josh's help, or that would have taken me like 2 or 3 days to do. So now it's time to put everything back together. As you can see, there's a lot of parts on the ground, but I'm gonna set the camera down and just get to work. We are putting the transfer case on now. Just got the starter in. So have not been filming too much because we're just trying to get this done. It's been a very long day so far, but finally making some great progress on this.
1 eternity later.
I have been doing a horrible job at documenting this process, guys. We are making a ton of progress. I'm really trying to just keep my head down and help Josh. And actually Mickey just came as well to help lend a hand. So let me give you guys a status update. We got the axles in, the hub assembly is all squared away, brakes are back on, calipers back on, suspension is mounted on both sides. So now we have to fill up the trans with new fluid, fill up the transfer case with new fluid, put the drive shaft on, then the exhaust. Then we also have, there's also a lot of stuff in the engine bay that we have to do too. So we have the intercore piping, the intake, mass airflow sensor, and a bunch of other things. I'm not sure how much time we're gonna have for the rest of this today, so I think I might close it off here, but stay tuned for the next video. It's gonna be going over the finishing steps on this, and we'll get this thing on the ground. New JDM 6-speed, I'm actually very excited. Also, a high performance clutch so we can run a little bit more boost.
The closer you got to me, the faster I try to leave. Like a mirage, like a mirage. The scars that you don't let me, on my arms I appear empty. Like a mirage, like a mirage.
What is up, guys? Before I close this video out, I just wanted to say a couple things. So first off, if anyone has joined VIP already, welcome and congratulations, you made an awesome decision. If you haven't joined, I want you to just do me a favor, click the link, check it out. And if you have an issue, you're not really sure what it is, or you have some suggestions on how to make it better, I want you guys to drop a line in the comments. So VIP is becoming the car club for all enthusiasts, whether you're into Fords, Hondas, Acuras, Subarus, VR-4's, Talons, it doesn't matter. VIP is an awesome car club that's uniting the entire car enthusiast community. So if you want to be a part of that, please go ahead, join VIP. The sweepstakes are just a small part of this community. Mickey said swipe up. So if you're not into that, please let us know why. We definitely want to hear your feedback. And super excited because the next prize we're gonna be giving away is gonna be even better than the VR4. Yeah, you guys heard it from me. If you guys stuck around this long in the video, you get to know we are giving away something that is better than the VR4. It'll be announced in the next couple days, guys. Thanks again. Definitely subscribe to our channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. We'll see you guys in the next video.